Today we'll talk about the next initial coin offering on Coinlist, which is called Fleek. Fleek is built for developers creating high-quality AI agents and agentic use cases, creators monetizing through digital twins and virtual influencers, brands and companies launching AI-native social and marketing campaigns, and consumers looking to interact with and utilize social agents and virtual influencers. Let's open the Fleek website. I tested how it works. I created an agent there. I told it I wanted to create a crypto influencer agent. He asked me different smart questions and wanted to know details about my potential field of activity. Finally, he gave advice on how I should create my Twitter, how I should prepare my posts, and many other smart ideas and rules. Honestly, at this point, I didn't understand how it differs from ChatGPT. If we click Go to Next Step, here we can create a character file and craft a unique and engaging personality for our AI agent. We can also check a model provider. There are a lot of available model providers. Okay, let's take a quick look. There are a lot of different settings. It's like you can create your worker or something like that. Then continue to settings. Here we can connect API keys or other third-party secrets. For example, if I want my agent to post on my behalf on Twitter, I need to provide my Twitter username, password, and email. So, in theory, it could be a real helper for us in the future. What's definitely not ready yet is monetization. And these two, there is no big consumers user base yet. Mostly builders and early adopters are testing it. So I stopped at this point because I want to show you that some of the planned functionality is ready, but it's only in a very early stage, and it's hard to predict if it will be used by real companies and consumers. The idea is great. It looks like the team is working on Fleek, but a lot of questions are still there. By the way, since we touched the topic of development and the team, we can check investors and backers. Everything looks fine here. It's definitely not a scam. Polychain and Coinbase are on board. Let's scroll down. Sales structure. Sale date May 1 to May 8. Token price is 75 cents. Fully diluted value. No, it's not a joke. $75 million, even less than $100 million. The latest project's FDV varied from 125 to $200 million. This FDV is really great. Even the projects that we have on Binance Wallet TG have FDVs like 30–50 million dollars. And from them, we got from 4 to 10x profit. It really makes me glad. 6.67% of the total supply is allocated for the Coinlist sale, 100% unlock at TG, which is also very good, and Fleek TG is expected during Q3 this year. That's from July to September. It's also not bad. Usually autumn is a good season for crypto. The total token supply is 100 million FLK tokens. The minimum purchase limit is $100. USDC and USDT, everything is as usual. The purchase structure is filling up from the bottom. Just to remind you, it's when the small deposits are filled first. If you deposit $100, you will get your allocation for sure. If you deposit $10,000, You'll probably get the allocation for up to $1,000 and the remaining amount will be returned to you. If you have any questions about it, please write in the comments. One more surprising thing is the prior funding rounds. It's said that Polychain and Coinbase bought tokens at a $200 million FDV, which is almost 3 times higher than our current price on Coinlist. It's really fantastic. I think it's because of the current market conditions and because the hype around AI agents isn't as big as before. Coinlist reserves the right to sell an additional 6.67%, the same amount of tokens, if they decide to. I think it's not a good sign, because more tokens at TG means higher selling pressure. Let's scroll down. I want to show you the token utility. Staking FLK acts as an access key to the Fleek platform. Developers, users and creators who stake FLK receive, you can read all of this, the utility of the token is really good. It only remains to hope that Fleek will be accomplished and demanded by real users. And the token unlock schedule. TG. About 25 million tokens will be unlocked at TG. It's a pretty big amount. 25 million tokens multiplied by 0.75 equals almost $19 million of potential initial market capitalization. Let's compare the FDV and potential market capitalization with the competitors. The first one is virtual. It has an FDV of $1 billion, which is more than 10 times higher than the price we are buying Fleek at. The market cap is around $800 million, which again is much higher than Fleek's initial market cap. So if we compare it with virtual, we can say that the potential return is 10x on the initial investment. Also, we can take a look at Render. Render is already a working project with a real economy. So its FDV is incredible, around $2.3 billion. The market cap is also huge. It's a very good example of the kind of perspective Fleek could have if it's finished, promoted, and mass adopted. If you would like, we can check Fleek's X account. Or maybe better, check its Twitter score. It's just excellent. Let's make some conclusions. Why are we here? To invest, maybe to speculate, and to earn. What can we do? We can compare, try not to lose money, and work with probabilities. In my opinion, the probability of returning investments and earning something is high. That's why I'm investing. I expect to see a 2x or higher return, maybe 2-3x. What I'm worried about is the potential market conditions in summer, autumn, and whether the Fleek team will implement all the features they are planning to. By the way, here is a Dune dashboard, where we can track Fleek's Coinlist progress. You can see how many people have deposited their assets so far and in what amounts. Like 13 participants deposited from $100 to $200, 10 participants deposited $200 to $300, 8 from $500 to $600, and so on. The total amount is $110,000. The goal is to raise $5 million. From these statistics, we can make a decision about how much to invest. As always, I'll make my decision on how much closer to the end of the sale, and I'll post update in my social accounts like Telegram or Twitter. The links you can find in the description down below. I do it this way because, for example, the Wallet Connect sale allowed us to get only a $400 allocation. With Obol, everything was much easier. As far as I remember, we could get an allocation even for $1,000. We will be able to predict it better later depending on these numbers on the last day of the Fleek ICO. Subscribe if you found value in this video. Remember, this is not financial advice. This is just an overview. Never deposit all your available money. Follow your personal risk management. And good luck with your investments and profits.